next question is how COVID is affecting regular blue chip stocks.
Well, it's definitely affecting blue chip stocks, but in kind of a weird way right now because you've got so much Fed intervention. Okay, so they're pumping money into the market, which is keeping everything up. But you had, for the most part, you had a pretty rough earnings report for most companies aside from tech companies. So blue chip stocks, of course, those are all the big boys. Your tech companies, I think, are going to continue to do well. So your tech companies are really going to boom because of the nature of how we're utilizing tech so much in this world, especially with the distancing and everything. So tech's going to be super heavy, and I think that'll continue to thrive in the short term and probably in the long term as well. Other blue chip stocks that are normally considered blue chip, I think they're going to continue to struggle. If the country doesn't open back up right now, and COVID doesn't kind of go away, you're going to see continued slowdowns of business and shutdowns and less people working, less production because you have to have less people working in a factory that's the same size because they have to be a certain distance away from each other. There's so many regulations, and if you're in some of these counties, cities, and states that are pushing heavier lockdown requirements and not allowing, I guess the requirements are more strict, they're going to have a tougher time bouncing back. So if a lot of your factories are in states like California, you may have a much tougher time than you would if maybe it was like a Texas factory. So COVID's going to continue to affect those as long as we have to maintain some of these additional social distancing guidelines, and it's going to slow down a lot of commerce. I mean, think of every different retail. Think of like an AT&T store. The amount of people that are going into an AT&T store is far below what it normally would be because they're trying to figure out how to do things online through e-commerce. They're not walking into stores to make those purchases right now because everybody's a little afraid. I mean, if you have an underlying health condition, you're not really going out much at all. You still need to do that shopping, and you'll utilize an e-commerce platform to do that. So I think the blue chip stocks that can adapt the quickest and utilize an e-commerce platform, do everything through the web, kind of make that more friendly for customers, will thrive the best. But I think there's going to be some major effects, some long-term effects that are going to hit the blue chip stocks. But I think the hardest that are going to be hit is the people that won't get government bailouts and won't see don't have deep pockets of that type of funding. So your middle range companies and all your small businesses are going to be decimated because they just don't have deep enough pockets to stay open during elongated periods of shutdown.